Here is Barkley, left side, big hole. Saquon Barkley! Uh-oh! Barkley! Goodbye! Dunk it in. Doncic, 47!
I'll give him a dunk. On a night you have 47 points, you get the benefit of the doubt.
Moss the back, Karras the snap, Moss the block. Burrow going deep, he's got him! Touchdown! Jamar Chase!
LeBron leaked out, they didn't see him. Here he is down court. It's up and in! Will it count? LeBron James at the buzzer! 23-yard completion. Here goes Taylor. With Pierce in front. Touchdown, Colts.
Curry gets free. Curry puts up a three.
Bang! Bang! He ties the game with 6.3 remaining.
Mahomes flushed out again all the way back. Turning the corner. Fires downfield. Caught. Touchdown.
Timeout. SGA. Probing, piercing, spinning, hanging for the lead, and SGA knocks it down with just under a second to go. Hit, throw. Oh, hold on! Justin Jefferson, you gotta be kidding! Makes it look so routine. Greatest catch that never existed in NFL history.
Edwards puts up a three. It's good! Anthony Edwards once again. Edwards electricity here in game 4. Here's a first and goal. And he's signaling as he backpedals to the 30. Oh, what a catch! Touchdown, Baltimore!
Is it Brandon? Giannis says no! Back the other way, Trent. Giannis inside! At both ends!
Yo, what's up, everybody? Matty is back again with Profit Props. This is the sharp side. 2-in-1 day on the show for Friday. No show for us yesterday. We cashed Sadiq Bey 15 plus and 2 plus threes. That was a minus 110 parlay. We cashed Jonas Valanciunas 1.5 unit play under 25.5. And then we had missed on, I don't remember what it was. Oh, Scotty Barnes double-double. We finished with 9 rebounds and a stat correction. So, honestly felt like we deserved the sweep there. But that was a plus 200, half a unit play anyways. I digress. I do expect today's show to be rather quick. There are a few games that I'm just basically avoiding entirely. So, we'll take that. We'll know that approaching today's slate. There are a few good games, though. So, definitely want to attack some spots. You can see there I am on Luka Doncic. Over 30.5, released that last night. The market is closer to my projections now. We kind of just stole a good one there. But really like that look. Even at 32.5, I do think it's still playable. Prop Plug able to pull up today. Prop Plug, how are we?
Hey, in the Eastern time, it's afternoon, so good afternoon, man. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm on the East Coast too. So yeah, you're right. 12 noon. I'm basically skipping this first Milwaukee-Boston game. Going to be a blowout. Nothing really intrigues me. I will say, though, if you have anything you want to talk about, throw it out there. I had some looks. Like I look at Bobby Portis points and threes, and then I looked at Russell Westbrook RAs. Those were 2 looks I had. Maybe Simon's threes too, but you're banking on a blowout if you're running that. So a couple of leans, but nothing official. Did you have any thoughts in this first game here?
What's the situation here? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I got you good. Gary Harris is questionable for Milwaukee. Kevin Porter Jr. still out. Giannis still out. Not a lot of questionables going on in this one. Jaylen Brown could be good to go. I did look at his rebounds, but the blowout worries me there too. 6.5 was the number. Juicy 6.5. About a 55% hit rate on the season. Oh, shit, I lost him. You back?
My bad, bro. My bad.
Yo,
What's the situation here? Is like back-to-backs for these teams? I know it's – hold on. It's Trey Summer, Duop Reith for a vet. Like this is the one early game, right?
This is the 3:30 game, yeah.
Either team on a back-to-back?
No, neither team on a back-to-back.
Definitely not my favorite game on the board. I'm just skimming through it real quick. I did like Jaylen Brown rebounds. I feel like he has to play big, and
Yeah, I did
for
like
this,
his rebounds as well.
yeah, I think that would probably be like my only, or it might even be like a Derek White. I'm just saying like Portis and Turner stretch the floor, so like there's a lot of rebounds for people that aren't guarding them. So like Jaylen Brown could get some boards. Derek White at 4-5, something like that. But other than that, yeah, I'm cool out this game.
Moving on to Sacramento versus Washington. I had some thoughts here. Russell Westbrook RAs, especially if Monk doesn't go. You can no longer filter without Schroeder, but this got an obvious bump. Schroeder's gone now. So yeah, Westbrook's RAs was my only real look in this game. Did you have anything in the Sacramento versus Washington game?
Is Westbrook in? I know he was questionable, I think.
I think Westbrook's good to go. Oh no, it does still say questionable. I think I saw probable, but let me double check that. Is
Sabonis minutes getting up there? Yeah.
So last game played 28. He did play 32 the game prior though.
Okay, all right. So I kind of like his assist in this game, man. I just feel like this is a matchup where King should score a lot, and with no Schroeder coming off the bench, the playmakers, there's gonna be Westbrook and Sabonis. And if Westbrook is questionable, if Westbrook somehow is out, you know what I'm saying, Sabonis can go like triple double. But
yeah, I don't mind Sabonis assists over here at 5.5 plus money. Washington obviously allows a brick, so not a bad look, honestly. I'm afraid to back Sabonis just quite yet, but not a bad look.
Yeah, that's the only thing I think. We were talking briefly in the other space about Middleton. Middleton looks pretty good. If I'm just usually afraid to bet Wizard props because you never know. Like they are trying to lose. Coach could just pull them randomly. But like Middleton RA at 7.5, he has great history versus them. Like he smashes his RA line versus them. But I just don't know about Wizard props.
I do personally like the RA as well. I spoke on that in the earlier space. His minutes are like sticky between 25 and 28. So like you have that going for you. I think he's going to play 25 or more. It's coming off 2 days rest.
That's all I was about to say. Yeah, he did sit out last game. So like, the games that he's been playing, they're selected with his minutes and stuff, but like he's been getting decent minutes. So I'm not afraid of that look. Like the last 5 games, he's averaging like 17 RA chances, So and one of them games versus Denver is a dud. Like I think he had like 3 RA. He still had 15 RA chances in that game.
Valet says Sabonis over his PRs. The only way you like this is you're looking at like matchup specifically because Sabonis hasn't played well recently. I don't have an opinion over or under because like he could dominate the matchup, but he's not played well. So I've got no opinions there on Sabonis.
See, I just more so like Sabonis. This is a matchup where he could try to score, but I'm looking at this matchup like if they start Zach LaVine. And it's DeMar DeRozan. You know what I'm saying? He has scores around him that are going to get off in this matchup. That's why I just like his assists because he runs a lot of actions for them.
Right.
That was the only thing. But like to the chat, like, I was talking about PR and stuff. I don't know. The only shot I probably take is like an assist ladder. I was on the wrong side of this yesterday though. I played Embiid assists, and the points was definitely it. I saw you was on that, so shout out to you.
Yeah, 40 ball from Embiid. Yeah, shout outs. That was a good read. I'm gonna keep it moving from this game. I have some thoughts. Westbrook RAs. I don't like this game though. I'm gonna keep it moving. I told you I was gonna be a short show. Utah versus Toronto. Keontae George out, right? Or was it doubtful?
I got nothing on this game.
Keontae George was listed out. Nurkic, PRAs look good. Triple-double versus Toronto, maybe. Collier assists. I'm sure these lines have all bumped. 7.5 feels high. Ingram points. Honestly, I probably circle back to Ingram for that 18-point lay I've been doing. I'll probably run it in this capacity, but outside of that, ran through this game this morning. Nothing stuck out. I will say Scotty Barnes rebounds, but they're 8.5 instead of 7.5. We were able to play 7.5, like minus 140. Now it's 190. I still lean. He goes over that number, but nothing official there. Lauri Markkanen is back. Could see good volume. He ran 33 minutes last game. And then Colin Murray Boyles rebounds under. Haven't ran this officially, but this is probably the closest I've been to a bet. Now, Utah gives up a bunch of rebounds, and CMB should play 30 minutes. So that would actually probably be the closest one I have to an actual pay. RJ over his PAs, and then Lauri's threes without Keontae. Okay.
I wish this game was in Utah.
I will say that the Keontae news is post me going through the slate, so I did not look into that much. Good morning. IQ's threes. We'll look at quickly's threes. RJ's over his points and assists. Let's filter him to 30 minutes. 10 of 14 this season. I do think he's going to run that.
I wish this game was in Utah.
Just because Utah would play better?
Yeah. Everybody plays better over there, I feel like.
Yeah, you're right. Valet says, chill, I'm going to the game. He's happy it's not in Utah. We got a Canadian in the chat. Check this out, Lauri's threes. Yeah, no opinion on RJ. I will tell you, though, if I had to bet it, I would bet over in this matchup. Three-pointers without Keontae. One game this season, he hit 3. Dating back to last season, smashed. Volume was 6. 16th in attempts. 12th in makes. Let me go to my model. Lauri. Take Keontae off the floor. I'd slight lean over. Nothing crazy. I do lean over there, though. I do lean over there. Not a lot of data from this year. IQ's threes. Two and a half. We are kind of getting an elevated number. What are they from above the break? 30th. That's what I thought. 30th from above the break, 30th for a spot up, 30th for catch and shoot. The elevated number makes sense to me. It's not actually a spot I want to attack, but if I had to bet, I would lean over. Obviously, they struggle from the 3. Nothing official, though. Like I said, this is going to be a quick episode. I'm going to keep it moving. I was able to go through the slip this morning, or the slate this morning, so I've got a pretty good idea of the things I really want to attack. Like Jalen Smith only had 1 3 in the game versus Miami they played yesterday. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets an extra 3 look or 2 today. Bam had 21 points in the matchup, 11 rebounds. I think his lines are efficient. Nothing I wanted to attack there. I think Wiggins went over his PRAs. No, he only had 19. He did go over his points, 17 points. Buzele's had a good game. Hit a couple of threes late. How many did he finish with? Damn, those might have all been in the second half. No, just one big one in the second half. Okay, I was wrong. What is his threes line? I do like Buzele's to hit 2 threes tonight. 7 attempts in the game yesterday. I do like Buzele's threes. Vucevic back today. RJ not looking good. Not enough for me to run it, but I do say I do like this. With 30-plus minutes, it looks good. It does look good. Not something that I'm forcing. But at 30-plus minutes, I will say it looked good. Not mad at it at all. Yeah, Vucevic is back. Maybe take away a board or 2, but nothing to keep me off there. I do like Buzele's overs. Norman Powell. No opinions here. No opinions here. Just generally correct, I think. The point guard, rookie point guard. I don't know a lot about this kid. I did get to watch him play yesterday. I watched this game because I was sweating some lives. FanDuel has a 60%. I mean, if FanDuel got a 60%, I'm putting together something. Let's be real. Let's be so for real. Shout outs to all the likes and the retweets, man. Fast Money Prop, Mr. D, Shorty, Dave, Stephanie, Captain Zach, Martinez. Man, I appreciate all y'all for tapping in, man. Let's make some money together today. Hold on. If FanDuel got a 60% boost, I'm putting something together. Is that like a personal thing? That might even be like a Canada thing. I got 225% boost that I can get $10 on. I mean, I don't have no 60% boost, bro. You living good up there. Yeah, you living good up there. I don't got that. I don't got that. Okay, Kobe White's threes was the last thing I wanted to look at, but Ayo Dosunmu been balling as well. Like, they've got to give this kid more minutes. They have got to give this kid more minutes. He did play 36 last night, and I think he's going to play big minutes again tonight. I do like his threes, points, and assists. Threes, points, and assists. That's right. This is the they have the 3-game slate because I saw Kobe's last game was versus Miami, but that's right. They did 3 in a row. Well, with Kobe, he still just ran a 30 ball, right? The game prior. And Giddey's a game time decision in this one. See, I think he's got to be closer. Like, how can you not run him at these minutes? How can you not run him at this minute? I like AO over everything, but nothing official. I'll wait till I see injury news in this one. Brooklyn versus Detroit. I actually do think I end up with a player 3 in this one. I think the Duran double-double is very alive. Very alive. Very alive. I mean, a very playable price. His minutes have been sporadic. 5 fouls in the last game, so you could probably run just the 10.5 minus 130, and I'd still like it. What's a 10 plus at the best place? I don't like it at 2-1. Rather take the double-double. Stewie, I could honestly see Stewie stepping out, hitting a 3 or 2 tonight. I only played 9 minutes the last time these two teams played. I do think he's down into the mid-20s. Stewie to hit 1-3 would make some sense to me. Cade Cunningham's assists, because I think they will blitz. I like the 9.5 minus 130. I think Cade does get to the 10 assist mark tonight. I do like Cade's assists. Also, I know it's not like the greatest catch and shoot matchup of all time, but because of the way I think they'll defend Cade, I do like Duncan's threes tonight. He had 5 versus Golden State. What was this, 2 nights ago? On 10 attempts. The game before, he was 1 for 6. The game before, he was 0 for 8. It's not like the volume hasn't been there. He's been right around 6 to 8 attempts. We're getting 2.5 at plus money. What do I make this line? $2.75. Not quite enough of an edge. Oh, I'm lying. On the 2.5, it's 12% edge. I even show an edge on the 1.5. Doing a little math. Bear with me. Lean over PRs, but I don't like it enough to touch it. CMB double-double. I don't want to touch his rebounds. His minutes are going up. I don't feel like I have a clear read on his rebounds. If you like him to play like 32 minutes, I think he played around 30 in the last one. Maybe go with it, but it's not something that I'm running. So head-to-head, in the last matchup versus Brooklyn this season, he only had 4 attempts in 31 minutes. That's not a good sign. I might run some kind of SGP in this game later. I like Cade's assists and Duncan's threes. Not enough to run either, but those are two strong leans of mine in this one. Also, I do like Duren's rebounds as well. Jaden Ivey over 7.5 points. Let me go look at my model projection as well. All right, so yes, I do lean over. That line's 8.5. I do lean over. 8.5 is closer to my number. Yeah, if you have the Hard Rock bet 7.5, 110, I do really, really like that number. But at the 8.5, which is with what the rest of the market's basically at, don't like it as much. That 7.5, though, I do think is a fair price. All right, let's move on to the Lakers versus New York. I got Luka's over. This line has moved a little bit in our favor, so make sure you're tapped into not only Twitter, but Instagram, TikTok, and have the notifications on. Also, you can join the Discord. I think the link's in just about all of my bios. I think very affordable, $20 a month, up 40 plus on the season. Definitely worth your investment. Do you like AOs, RAs? Yeah, I do. I like everything. All right, I like everything AO to sumo over. So not mad at that. EGZ, appreciate you tapping in, bro. Appreciate the likes and the retweets there. Appreciate all y'all for tapping in. All right, Karl Anthony Towns line is 18.5. You can see he's been an absolute stink show. Under this line in 3 straight games versus the Lakers. Ayton, you never know what you're getting from Ayton, bro. He's looked great, and then he's looked awful. Would not touch Towns rebounds at all. Points under are tempting. Points under are tempting at 18.5. Trying to raw FanDuel. What's good, bro? Appreciate you tapping in. Appreciate all y'all for tapping in this morning. Towns points under, very intriguing to me. Ayton, again, you don't know what you're getting out of him. He dominated Washington. Washington's dog shit. So he played 29 minutes again, separated him and Jackson Hayes, if for anything, a game or two. I don't have enough faith in him to trust him. Mitch Robinson, if anything, I would lean over the PRs. Luka already ran the points over. Make sure you're tapped in. We got a much better number than the market gave us. I do still like his RAs over, even if Reeves returns. Already exposed to his points, though, so I don't want to add anything there. Jalen Brunson, he's under this line in 7 of his last 10 games. Now, we can filter this to maybe 30, 31 or more minutes. Still looks pretty shitty in the last 5, last 10, but then on the season averaged a 63% hit rate. He's been dealing with some injuries, and not only that, what I'm torn on is I do think the Lakers will sell out and stopping him jumping into his driving lanes, but he's such a good pull-up shooter that I do think he'd be able to rise up and definitely hurt us from that spot. So I'm more interested on the New York side, or some of these other guys from behind the arc. OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, easily could see 3 threes from each of them tonight. Josh Hart might put you up in a sneak 2. I would actually stay away from Josh Hart RA stuff. Yeah, Brunson, I'm very torn on the PAs. I know what the defensive structure will be like, but it's almost like what will he be able to do in the mid-range? That's the big question here. Also, remember him and Luka were teammates, they're friends. I think they're going to try to go band for band here. So I don't know if I want to be fading Jalen Brunson tonight. I think I am going to rock this LeBron 10.5 RAs right now, minus 130 at MGM. Let me shop around, get us the best price. Do believe I'm going to be running LeBron's RAs here.
Yo, you can hear me?
Yeah, what's good?
My bad, bro. I had to make a couple plays. I'm back, man.
All good. I got you.
What we got left?
130. I'm running LeBron's RAs right now.
Okay. Is Reeves in or out? We know.
We still got like 4 or 5 games left.
Any update on Reeves?
Nah, I actually lean towards he goes, and I think this line's still too low.
What are Reeves are like? I bet his lines are. I don't know. He probably don't even play like 20 minutes. Never mind. I'm gonna leave that over.
Yeah, probably like 24, I think, if he goes. Do I think we see him? I actually do think we see him. And I still just think this line's too low. 1 second. I got to pull up mine.
Anything official for you in that Bulls Heat game?
Anything official in the Bulls Heat? No, there wasn't.
Okay. Not for me. Not yet. For me either. But I'm gonna find something.
Injury news, I believe, in that game.
Yeah, Giddey and I think Jalen Smith might be out. I know Giddey's out.
My fault, y'all. Let me give me just a second. I got to get this out. All right. Got that out. Now let me add that to the banner and we'll keep it moving. We are at about 30 minutes. I'm telling you, we'll be in and out in an hour, if not less. I'm not wasting my whole Sunday here. LeBron James over 10.5. RA. Save. Show. LeBron James rebounds, assists 10.5 over minus 130. That's what I bet. All right, let's go. Anything else in this game? No, not for me. I had some leans with Brunson and shit, but nothing official. Moving on to Orlando versus San Antonio. Wemby 24.5 is his line. I do believe he could dominate this matchup tonight. Wendell Carter Jr. will be the matchup. That's probably barbecue chicken. The double price is too nasty, not worth touching. Honestly, I would not be surprised at all if we see Wemby hit 2 threes tonight at plus 142. Might actually be interested in a Wendell Carter Jr. PR under here. Coming off 30 versus Toronto, but 30 that's not versus Wemby. Yeah, hold on. Let me look into this. Wendell Carter Jr. PRs. No, I'm right with market for real. 18. I'm literally right with market. Okay. Fair enough. Nothing for me there. My mind said look at it, but my model said the shit's right. So I'm going to keep it moving. What are your thoughts on people who give parlay builder stats on X? Are they viable? I want to use this 60%. If you mean like strictly like they've hit in 10 of their last 10, that shit can mean nothing but if you get into it a little bit deeper, if you've hit in 10 straight when you play your expected minutes versus a similar opponent, that can be viable. So it's kind of hit or miss. Also, you could just go to profitprops.com, create a free account, click on the ladder finder, and create your own builder, completely customized by you, using whatever sports book you want. Pretty dope tool, not gonna lie to y'all. De'Aaron Fox points are at 18.5. They struggle versus point guards. Point guards are averaging like way over their line versus New York as well. Jalen Smith and Giddey are out. Good looks. De'Aaron Fox, lean under, nothing official. Also spent some time looking at Julian Champagne's threes in this matchup. He's done fairly decent versus teams that don't allow a lot of threes when Wemby's in the lineup. So Sosa, appreciate you tapping in, bro. Appreciate the likes and the retweets. I wouldn't be like scared off of Julian Champagne today. Like I still lean over. The biggest thing is Vassell starting. Champagne's minutes are down a little bit. Still playing a lot of high 20s, but he was playing like 35 there for a minute. So he has lost some minutes. I wanted to like Castle's PAs over. But I think the market price of 23.5 is pretty straight. So going to move on to the next one. Nothing official in that one. Clippers versus Phoenix, man. I think I got to run Kawhi Leonard's over.
Yeah, I just wanted to throw out in that last game. I like Suggs rebounds. I just seen LaMelo get 8 rebounds versus them. Suggs been boarding lately, and they need him. Like Wemby, you know what I'm saying? Wemby got to pull out whoever. I like Suggs in the next one.
Yeah, no, I could see Suggs even RAs in this one. Not mad at a Suggs look there at all.
Yeah.
Okay, I do make Kawhi's points 24.65. Do I run Kawhi just 20 plus in a lay? Or do I run Kawhi straight? These are the questions we have to ask ourselves. Thought on Mark Williams 10 plus in the Phoenix game. Damn, I don't know. He's got Zoo today. I guess you asked about 10 plus. 13 and 19 in the two matchups. Oh, this is their fourth game already. All right, so dud in short minutes and then 13 and 19. Did Zoo play in each of those? I feel like that was before Zoo got hurt. Let me give you my model numbers. Mark Williams. Yeah, I'm at 11.48. So I am over on this number. I am over. Let me see where I come in at rebounds. Because it's a difficult matchup for real. I'm under his rebounds. Hey, man, you know what? Booker's out. I don't know how that, negatively affects him in the pick and roll. Jalen Green is a game-time decision, although I want to say I saw he was probable or went through shoot-around, something to that effect. Let me double-check. NBA underdog. No, he's a true questionable. I lean over. I'm going Kawhi over 22.5 minus 120 at FanDuel as an official. In the one game he played them this season when they were healthy, it's 27. All right, I'm going to go bet this real quick. Let me go to FanDuel. Clippers versus Suns. Player points. Points over under. Yes. All right, got that in. Now let me get this out. Kawhi Leonard. Wop, bop, 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 bop. Cool. Hey, meet me at the Swan Station. Appreciate you tapping in, bro. Appreciate the likes and the retweets. Appreciate all y'all for real. All right, moving on. Honestly, Zeus should do well in this matchup for real. Like, yeah, 23-21 in his last two matchups versus Phoenix, 29 minutes in his last game. Y'all bullshitting me. This feels like the freest bet I've made in my life. What's the spread? Like 8? Cool. They've played well. They sucked before. I'll pick them without Devin Booker. What's good, bro? Appreciate y'all tapping in. Harden. I'm really fucked up about this line because I might nuke the shit out of this. What do I make Zoo's minutes? 28.7. Watch me make those 32 and love everything. Harden, points, no opinion. Threes, no opinion. Rebounds, over. Assists, no opinion. I like his boards over, but nothing like crazy for Harden. I did see Dylan Brooks talking shit, but Harden can affect the game in a lot of ways. Very much lean over Zubac, man. I think he's kind of shaking back into rhythm here. Plus, it's a good spot to get right. And I'm no offense to Mark Williams. I actually wish the Lakers would have kept him in that trade last year instead of DeAndre Ayton. So, like, that'll tell you what I think. But yeah. Threes versus the Clippers. Profit over on everything. Zubac, lovers, points, PRs, and double-double. He dominates Phoenix. Yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying. That line makes no fucking sense to me, dog. Oh, I didn't get Kawhi on the banner. Jeremy, appreciate you tapping in. What's up? Yeah, Zubac PR definitely interesting to me. Harden, no opinions. I do think one of these shooters is going to have a nice night. 18th versus catch and shoot, 22nd from above the break. Let's see. Royce O'Neal. I've had, 3 matchups this year? 3, 5, and 4. Minutes should be really good without Booker here. 8 attempts in every game. Grayson 3, 4, and 4. 9, 9, and 7 were his attempts. Brooks was out talking shit on stream the other night, so he could see high volume. Played in 2 of the games, 5 for 10, and then just 2 for 3. I like Royce O'Neal, maybe Colin Gillespie, maybe Grayson Allen. I like one of these guys to get hot from 3 tonight. Your guess is as good as mine picking which one. Good morning, Miss Herway. Appreciate you for tapping in. Drama, appreciate you for tapping in. Appreciate all the likes and the retweets this morning. Yeah, I got some threes looks over. Honestly, each of these 3. I'm not ready to touch Jalen Green props yet. But I am excited to watch this game. I will say that. Cleveland versus Portland, there was a trade earlier today. I actually just genuinely don't want to touch this game. So DeAndre Hunter got traded for Dennis Schroeder and maybe another piece. Honestly, I'm not sure. All in all, a bunch of snow just fell off my house. All in all, I don't want to attack this game at all. I will say, y'all, who ran this Jared Allen under with me last game? He had 12 in the first half, boys. We played under 16.5 points. He had 12 in the first half, didn't score another bucket. That shit was a sweat. 2 nights ago? Yeah, 2 nights ago. Under 16.5 points, doesn't score another basket. Line 16.5 tonight. Let's go look at the Keon Ellis. That is who it was, Valet. Good looking out. Good looking out. Low key, I do want to run Jared Allen PR unders again. Jared Allen, 13. Nope, not today. Oh, yes, today. I'm sorry. Yep, model still likes it. All right, I am running it. Let me go shop around. PRs. Allen. 25.5 minus 122 at FanDuel. 25.5 minus 122 at FanDuel. 25.5 minus 122 at FanDuel. Cavs versus Portland. Player combos. There it is. PR over under. Jared Allen. Fire. I'm loving it. Got it in. Now let me get it out. I knew we'd have some shits today. 1.22 units. Jared Allen under 25.5 P. Let's do points plus rebounds because this app be fucking up. Points plus rebounds minus 122. FanDuel projection is exactly 21. Projection 21. I'm loving it. All right, we got it. Okay, no. Continue editing. Post. All right, yeah, Jared Allen PRs is a run. Outside of that, nothing else really jumping out to me in this game. Cleveland is a 3-point favorite in this one. Should be rather competitive with the injuries. Well, actually, I don't even know that to be true because there's some like questionable still. So outside of that, going to stay off of this game. It's the trade deadline time. Like, be careful today. We've already seen 2 trades in the last 12 hours. What about Lauri's points? I did lean over Lauri's points. A unit, it varies between 1 to 3% of your bankroll. I do it a little different. Like, I bet more for a unit in the NBA because that's what I do best. So NBA, I might go 3% on a unit, and then MLB, it's definitely going to be closer to 1. And then that should be part of your total bankroll. So, like, if you have 100 or 100,000, it doesn't matter. You should bet 1 to 3% of that on each bet. What about Lauri's points? Lean over with Keontae's out. Definitely lean over. Collier RAs. I liked the assists personally. I can't say I had an opinion on the rebounds. But I did like over the assists. Didn't run it officially. Again, I'm going to be rather cautious heading into tip-off here. Keep an eye out for late ads, but I did like the assists. Last game of the night should be a good game. OKC is 7.5-point favorites. Aaron Gordon is still out. Jokic is a game-time decision, but he did play and play well in his last game. I believe he was double-double, flirting with a triple-double in just 25 minutes. I will say we're also waiting on some Jamal Murray news in this game. I did look at some Chet Holmgren under rebounds. This was 8.5 juiced over. 9.5 unders tempted me, but you see the price was not tempting. I'm not going to run the under 8.5, that's for sure. Jokic, I did like the over rebounds for him, but I'm kind of questionable on his rebounds. He had 12 in a difficult matchup versus the Clippers. But again, in all, no opinions, nothing official for me on Nikola Jokic here, just his second game back since that injury. I did look at Tim Hardaway's threes. Probably the most conviction I had on a bet today was Tim Hardaway over his 2.5 threes. If that line is still available at -125, I am going to attack it. Otherwise, nothing for me here. Let's go see if that is a line I can play. Hardaway, NBA, Jokic. I'm not fading Jokic today, big dog. I got nothing for you. You're going to have to go on that fade journey on your own, big dog. I want to go with Jamal. No, not without. Come on, dog. With bottom 5 defense versus spot up. All right, rock with me here. We're going to go 1 unit over at DK -134. Actually, let me go see Rivers. I'm going to go 1 unit not to win. 1 unit on the over straight, quarter unit on the 4. 1 unit on the straight, quarter unit on the 4. I'm just price checking at this point. I got a +205 and a -125. All right, let's go. Fuck that. I am going to win a unit. Singles. Do I go? I might just go a half a unit on the 4 for – no, let's go a quarter unit. Grow up. All right, let me get that out. I ran the 3+ and the 4+. I actually did go to win a unit because I got -125 at Rivers. I really like that spot for us today. Projections on this. Y'all see how I just played that shit? I didn't even have to check. Like, that's how green I know it is. Projections is 4.14. Love that spot for Tim Hardaway Jr. Man, that's really it in this one. Maybe I'll wait around, get some injury news. Let me get that on the banner. We're 50 minutes in. I think I'm going to call it. I think I gave y'all some heat today. Let's keep it a buck. Yeah, you should have those Twitter notifications on, though. If so, you'd have got a much better price on Luka. Make sure you're following on Instagram and TikTok as well. Look, I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all, man. I feel like I'm too old for the TikTok. Well, not really. Like, that shit was, like, just starting when I was still a young man. But when that shit first started, it was like kids dancing. Now I'm out here talking about sports picks. I don't know, whatever. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter here. I do appreciate y'all for tapping in. Real quick to recap, Luka over 30.5 points, LeBron over 10.5 RAs, Kawhi over 22.5 points, Jared Allen under 25.5 points and rebounds, Tim Hardaway Jr. over 2.5 3-pointers made. I did ladder that bad boy up to 4. If they play him more, Zubac PRs, AO's threes. I like AO's everything, Miss Herway. I like AO's over everything. Nothing bad there. You did King. I forget what that's referencing. I appreciate you for tapping in. Zubac PR best Zub bet. Yes, Zubac under PRs is the best. Over PRs. That's a very strong lean for me. Don't be surprised if you see that in the card. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s 3-point ladder is what I just posted. It is now in the banner. I did thank you for the 30.5. Yes, sir. Appreciate you for tapping in. I think AO's good either way, Miss Herway. He's good either way. And then, yeah, Embiid smashed as well. All right, we're out of here. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Best of luck tonight. I will catch y'all tomorrow. Until then, man, let's go.